up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Mid-Pack Mania. If you guys are new to the channel, my name's Corey. We run flat carts, which we're running today, and mini stocks out here in Central California and surrounding areas. Today is Hanford race number 3. We're heading out. It was almost 100 degrees yesterday, and now today it's back down to about 82. So it's about that time of year when weather is up and down, and you just never know what you're gonna get. So hopefully with the lower temps, the track will hold moisture all right. And based on track conditions, I think we're in place for another solid run. Last race, there was 21 carts in pure stock, and we finished with a top 5. And I think we can repeat or do better today, hopefully. But I want to start this video out by sending my congratulations to Sammy and his wife, Allie. They had their baby, healthy baby boy. So congratulations to them. And yeah, we're heading out to the track now. Gonna go see how the track looks. Apparently they've been really working it all week to try to get the best surface possible, get our pill draw, and see where we start. Well, we drew a 38 pill, which is pretty much what we always draw. So I think we're gonna be, as usual, starting in the back or around there of the first heat before the invert for the second heat, and then it'll probably put us up in the front of one of those. But the goal, we gotta get 2 solid heat race runs. That way we're in the front top half of the main event. So as usual, we can avoid all the carnage. But for now, let's go check out the track. They put down a bunch of new dirt, clay, different stuff this week, trying to get a better surface, but they're watering it a lot right now. So let's go out, see how it looks. The load line looks like it's going to be pretty good, but I'll have to see about that top. It's pretty wet, pretty tore up. But we'll see, maybe it'll roll in by the time we get out there. Starting 7th in the first heat, and then on the invert, starting 3rd. It's the harder of the 2 groups, but it's better than being spoiled, I guess. A decent outcome for that heat race. That definitely should have been better. I was really having to push that guy in front of me. If you remember on the last video, it's the same person I was behind, and I snagged his left rear, ended up on top of him. Well, I was trying to prevent the same thing from happening and not snag that tire, so I had to stay centered with his bumper. Maybe that makes me the bad guy, but regardless, it's in the rules that your bumper has to cover your tires. Still, we started 7th, finished 3rd. We're starting 3rd in the next one, and hopefully we get an even better finish. Sorry, it's cars on the track. Anyway, it's just frustrating because I'm having to be kind of cautious, but not get past because I can feel them behind me too. Like I said, we're starting 3rd in the next one. We'll see if it's any better. Well, they just put a lot of water on the track, so it's definitely not going to be dusty. Just hope it's not going to be muddy, but it might actually roll in pretty well because we got like 5 classes before we go back out, so maybe it'll be perfect. But that was when I went up to look right now and saw how much water and how ripped up it was, I was like, hopefully it doesn't get rough and muddy, but we'll see. I'm not gonna change anything, I'm gonna leave it. This is the same exact setup that we had at the last race in the main event where it ran fast. I was a little bit under on RPMs in that first heat, so maybe we'll leave it and it'll be perfect for this heat race, and we'll see. We'll go from there, but we gotta get hopefully a second, if not win it, so it'll set us up in one of the front rows of the main event. So I'm gonna go out there, do what we can do. After 2 decent, good heat runs, we're starting 3rd out of 20 in the main event. In that second heat, I feel like I had a shot, but my first 2 laps were much slower than the kid that won, but my last 4 laps were faster than his. So I was gaining. He seemed to be struggling in the corners, where my Kart is just handling super well today, to where I can almost flat-foot it around the corners, and it's just, I have really good drive out when everyone else kind of seems to be pedaling and struggling a little bit. So we'll see if it's any different. Once again, I'm not going to touch anything on the car, leave it exactly how it was, and hopefully we get a good main run. We're starting 3rd, but we've got a hornet's nest behind us because everybody kind of had up and down heat races today. So we're going to see how it is, go out there, hope for a podium, but the goal is a top 5 again out of 20. That'll make the day worth it. So we'll see what we can do. And once again, the sun's not even down yet. We're about to hit main event, so that's nice. we're all loaded up. It was a bit of a heartbreaker there at the end. We were running second at one point and then third, fifth, back up to third, swapping spots with my buddy Daniel and pretty much everybody else. We were all going back and forth. It wasn't just everything set in stone. And I just, with the cautions, I felt my tires start to go, and I still chose to just run it really hard, and I shouldn't have. I should have kind of backed off in the corners. But I mean, yeah, when you're racing and you can see the podium, second place, whatever it was in sight, and you know you're as fast, if not faster, than the guy in front of you, sometimes you don't stay disciplined and you run it a little bit harder than what you should have, and that's kind of what happened. So kind of a bummer. We had a good couple heat races, we had a good starting spot, and we had a good main event right up until the end. We still finished 9th out of 20, which is cool. It's just, like I said, a bit of a heartbreaker because I felt that podium there, but it is what it is. We're back here next week. And yeah, I mean, we didn't tear anything up. It was a bit scary when I was spinning around and I saw those cars coming, but we kept our nose clean. Have a good night. We kept our nose clean and did what we could, and we didn't tear anything up. So yeah, until next time, it's nice because I didn't even change setup all night. I just kept it the same as what it was at the race before. So if you guys enjoyed it, drop a like and a comment. Let me know how I did. Don't forget that Sammy had his baby. If you want to congratulate him. And we'll be back here in this weekend coming up. So until then, thanks for checking out Mid-Pack Mania.